This is the Mont Ventoux day of the Tour de France. Once, it's like a perfect cheeseburger. Twice, it's like an overloaded Big Mac. This is the climb that killed Tom Simpson. It forced medics to give Eddie Merckx oxygen and required Chris Froome to get off his bike and run up the climb. So the Tour de France is going to give 2 servings of the Mont Ventoux before the 20-kilometer descent finish to Malocène. And will it be enough for the rivals to attack Tadej Pogačar in the yellow jersey? Today could be an opportunity for those guys to attack and try something, because they have to do something. We're a week and a half to go, just under 2 weeks in this edition of the Tour de France. But could these 2 terrifying ascents of the Mont Ventoux be too much? And could they perhaps dissuade attacks today? Well, we're gonna go to the stage and we're gonna watch it and we're gonna find out.
Those first 10Ks through the forest from Bedouin up, it's just relentless.
I think it's just about being smart and relying on your teammates and remembering what the heat feels like.
It's a really hard climb, steep climb, so you don't really enjoy the climb, but when you win, you only have good memories, of course.
I think it's a great opportunity for anybody wanting to, put Tadej under pressure.
So far, anyone who's tried to put him under pressure, he's just flipped it around on them and taken even more time.
Today it's going to be a really hard one because it's also super hard mountains. I think we can take control in our hand. If not, we just hope for the best.
Look at this. This is the Giant of Provence, and we made it up here, the bald mountain, and you can see why, because this thing was deforested in the 12th century. They used the logs, the trees that they took down to go build some ships. You got so many fans up here today. Everybody out here ready for the double ascent of the Mont Ventoux. And what did we learn this morning? Well, we talked to Chris Froome, who won here in 2013. He rode away that so fast that people accused him of having a motor in his bike. And now he was also in that incident in 2016 where him and Richie Porte ran into the back of a motorbike.
This I have never ever seen before.
A lot of riders haven't even raced all the way up this climb. The ones who have say the first bit is the hardest bit. That's the straight bit. It's high percentages as you're pushing. Sometimes you get wind. Everybody's exhausted out here. The pavement's not smooth at all. And this thing has a lot of fear associated with it, because you think back to 1967, Tom Simpson, he collapsed and he died on this climb, the Mont Ventoux. In 1970, the great Belgian Eddie Merckx got to the top. He won, but collapsed, and they needed to give him oxygen to keep him going. In 2013, that was the 100th edition of the Tour de France, and they were celebrating up here on the climb as well, and Chris Froome put on a great show. He rode away so quickly. 2016, the incident with the motorbike, Thomas de Gendt won the stage, but it was further down. But this year, we're gonna see who makes history with the double ascent stage and the downhill finish. We gotta get to the finish to find out.
Can Vingegaard crack him? He's looking, he's going to get rid of Pogačar. Jonas Vingegaard has cracked Tadej Pogačar on the climb of the Mont Ventoux. Wout van Aert is going to ride in here to the race finish with a 32.5 kilometre lone breakaway. It's 4 wins in the Tour. Wonderful Wout.
Yeah, I went over my limit a little bit, and then I needed to down my pace and just to keep going to the top. Maybe if he would attack earlier, would be more problem.
Finally, it was our day, I would say. It's my 4th stage victory, but actually, I think it's my best victory ever, actually.
Look at that, that's Mont Ventoux right up there, and it's hard to believe we were just up there earlier today, and it was a cold one up there. It's hot down here where the riders finished, and it's still hot. It was like 10, 15 degrees up there, and down here, 30 degrees Celsius, really hot. Did it make a difference, the double ascent of the Mont Ventoux in the Tour de France? For Tadej Pogačar, no, it didn't. We saw the rider Jonas Vingegaard go out there and try to attack him, but Tadej Pogačar used his experience in racing. Even though he's a young 22-year-old, the Slovenian, he pulled it all back together, relied on Rigoberto Urán, Richard Carapaz, but back below, we saw some of the shakeups in the GC, including Ben O'Connor fell out of contention, Enrique Mas fell out of contention. They slipped a couple of spots, but who won today? Let's get into that. The winner of the day was the Mont Ventoux, the Bald Mountain. The double ascent may not have affected Tadej Pogacar's race lead, his yellow jersey, but what it did do is it gave fans and the riders a great day out. Everyone from Wout van Aert to the last rider in, including Mark Cavendish, who just made the time cut. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed seeing the fans and the crowds up there both times out. Mark Cavendish tipped his helmet to Tom Simpson, his memorial out there on the climb, and then the fans, well, all those fans who went out there and camped on the side of the road, they were paid back. They got to see the cyclists not once but twice on one of cycling's legendary climbs. So the winner of the day was the Mont Ventoux. Even though it didn't shape the overall and Tadej Pogacar's lead, it did put on a heck of a show and give the fans something to cheer about.